Good evening and welcome to Eugene Capers Field on the campus of the Rolling Hills School District. And after a great afternoon with the Buckeyes picking up a big win over Nebraska, we are here for Division 4, Region 15 quarterfinal action as the Meadowbrook Colts host the 7-0, let's say Meadowbrook Colts host the 6-1 Gallia Academy. And with me as always, the man, the myth, the legend, Heath Dawson. And Heath, we got ourselves a big tilt here. Gallia coming in, riding a hot streak, picked up a big victory last week over Vinton County. And they ride the legs of one 6'1", 210-pound running back by the name of Big Game James Armstrong.
Yeah, and trained mostly myth on the man, myth, the legend part, but good to be with you again this beautiful weekend. And yeah, Armstrong, last week we talked about Munyon and how good he was for Philo. Armstrong is the real deal as well, and we're excited to see what he has to present on the football field tonight. The Colts have a big challenge in stopping him. We remember last week, Munyon for Philo, they did a nice job blocking early on in that game. First half, Munyon was closing in on 100. Meadowbrook at halftime made some adjustments. I talked to one of the defensive coaches this week, and he said that was their big focus, was stopping Munyon, and obviously they did that. Tonight they're going to be presented with a similar challenge. So let's see if Meadowbrook comes out a little bit more aggressive tonight on the defensive front, get some early stops, kind of slows Gallia down, because if not, Armstrong could have a big night tonight.
Mm-hmm. And you can't sell this Gallia passing game short either, because they got a good quarterback in Noah Vanco, the senior QB. Is solid, and he's done a great job throwing for over 1,000 yards so far the year with 14 touchdowns. He does a good job spreading it out. His leading receiver is Briar Williams, but Big Game James pops there in the receiving game too, as he's their second best receiver, so he's a weapon no matter what they do on their team.
Yeah, very similar to Meadowbrook, with Singleton being, the good quarterback that he is. Like you said, Train, good point. Do not sleep on the Gallia passing game because, yes, as much as Armstrong gets the publicity, especially on the receiving too, but he has spread out the football to different receivers as the year's going on. And, just like Meadowbrook, I would say that, at certain times here the last few weeks, you've seen Meadowbrook, the penalties and things have started to slow down. You could see that third quarter last week that Meadowbrook, to me, that was their best quarter of football in the season. They played a great game, whether it was special teams, defense, offense. I feel like Gallia is playing the same. They're playing some of their best football as they come into this playoff game here at Eugene Capers Stadium. Both teams are riding high. I mean, when you look at the season, one loss between them. So, this is going to be a doozy tonight.
Yeah, we want to thank our sponsors, Basic Systems, Simple Windows and Doors, Graham Excavating, Pure Love Bakery, Jagged Edges Hair Studio, and Muskingum Valley Health Centers. And here's your fun fact nugget of the night. Meadowbrook is currently on a 10-game winning streak. They won their last 3 games of 2019, and of course 7-0 to start 2020. So it should be it's definitely an interesting thing. I know I read the preview that Gallia Tribune, the paper down in Gallipolis, brought out, and that was one of the big points they made about Meadowbrook, has that 10-game winning streak. Well, on the other hand, Gallia's one loss. It's a respectable loss. You lost to Division 5 powerhouse Ironton, so we're expecting a big heavyweight tilt here tonight.
Yeah, no shame in losing to Ironton any season. They're usually down near towards the border near Huntington, West Virginia. When I did my internship, here's my fun little fact. I did an internship for the Huntington Blizzard, defunct ECO hockey team that used to be the Nailers rival. They would play for the Governor's Cup, but when I was down there, I got to go to a Huntington football game one year. So it was kind of neat to see what that tradition was all about down there. And if you think Canton McKinley's and different programs that are rich in that football tradition, let me tell you, Ironton loves its football. So nothing to sneeze at with Gallia losing there. But yeah, you're right. Meadowbrook has come into this game. And I don't know what the school record is for the win streak. Listen, the closer's listening. I know the closer's listening. Kirby Graham, if you're out there, we're sending the SOS closer signal out from here at Eugene Capers.
We got the smoke signal.
Just look up and you'll see us calling to the pin. But yeah, I'm sure he'll text me here in a few minutes or train with that. But yeah, a 10-game winning streak here as they come in. Meadowbrook's sky high, but again, what they've done the last 10 games, it doesn't matter. what matters is what happens tonight.
Yep.
And both teams are going to be focused. As I said last week, one of the nice things I know is about Meadowbrook. They seem so loose in their warm-ups. And again, similar vibe here tonight. Good crowd pouring in here to even though limited tickets, good crowd tonight. But yeah, I think both teams are ready for this. And for Meadowbrook, it's just train. I think it's just do the same thing they've been doing. One thing I'd like to see tonight is how Tyler Lacey comes out. Last week he came out a little slow, and he was one of those games where he was a non-factor, but you had Brady McManaway, obviously Davis Singleton with being the KGP player of the week, had a massive game, almost 500 yards of total offense, 6 touchdowns, 5 2-point conversions. But you look at Hunter and different players that stepped up last week with Jerome and McCall. They were kind of silenced last week as well. So it'll be interesting to see if Tyler comes out, gets that run game established a little bit earlier this week. Because Meadowbrook, remember last week their first drive stalled. So I'm interested to see some of those things tonight.
Yeah, and back to Ironton real quick. They're pretty much on a collision course for the region finals to go against another team that Meadowbrook knows pretty well, of Ridgewood, who Meadowbrook beat in the playoffs a couple years ago. But talking back to the Division 4, we talked about this during our pregame show. 7 of the top 8 seeds still remain, with the only seed is an 11 seed. I can't think of it for the top of my head right now. It's a Columbus school. Is it Marion Franklin, maybe?
Marion Franklin, I think.
Marion
yes.
Franklin. So definitely the people who had some upsets in Division 4, Region 15, their brackets getting busted, but the favorites have been coming through here so far, and I'm sure the Meadowbrook fans are hoping the favorite's going to come through again here tonight.
Yeah, my pregame show notes from last night, or Thursday night, are in the car, unfortunately. I walked up here and I thought, I forgot them, but I know Heath and St. Clairsville are out there. Licking Valley still in it.
Licking Valley versus Heath, and then you got St. Clairsville and Warren. And then I can't think who Marion local play.
Oh, I know who it is. It's Carrollton.
That's right,
yeah,
Carrollton, yes.
Because we were talking about how Cambridge has
yep.
played a couple of the playoff teams here, and you said that Meadowbrook hopefully is not another one. So, so hopefully the Colts keep winning here and keep things rolling. The game is, we're closing in. We're 4 minutes or 42 seconds away. My eyes are bad there, but we're closing in on the pregame ending here and getting things started. So,
as you can see, Tyler Lacey's firing the troops up.
Yep.
Giving one last inspirational speech, and the Colts are going to be ready to go here.
Darren, why don't you give us the keys of the game?
Well, I mean, the obvious keys for Meadowbrook is just to keep the train moving, so to speak. Is that a pun intended?
Yeah, pun intended, I guess.
But they just keep doing what they do, what you do, and stopping Armstrong. Make the other people beat you. I don't think there's been too many people that's had luck stopping Armstrong, with the exception of Ironton. Or at least slow him down, contain him. If he gets going and he starts running for a bunch of yardage, it could be a long night. But we're getting ready.
Here comes the White Stripes music. We're getting pumped up. We're ready to rock. This is a tradition here, just like at Ohio State and other stadiums across the United States. Buckeyes' big win today. Did you catch any of that?
It was a nice 52-17 win. Defense struggled a little bit early on, but Justin Fields showed why he's the real deal.
I didn't watch, but probably, 5 to 10 minutes of it. Watched a little bit of the Rutgers-Michigan State game as well. So it's good to see Big Ten football back. But we're talking high school tonight.
There's the onside, and
I think
Meadowbrook's going to have this more than likely.
I think they're there. Who's holding? Yes, somebody's
and
coming out
has
of it. Couldn't see who come up with the football.
What's it? It may have been Thomas McCullough. I'm not sure.
That's who I was thinking was 24, but
he would be 34.
Or 34, I'm saying, yeah.
So what a big momentum swing here for the Colts, and we're only seconds into the game. So they're going to start the game with the ball and start the second half with the onside kick. So shotgun formation, trips right here.
On the 47.
Meadowbrook has the ball, snapped. Here's a screen. Eubanks breaks 1-2, and he's going to get about a yard. So Gallia quickly
looks like
on that.
Yeah, and it looks like we might be getting a foul on Gallia. So Gallia coming out shaky here to start.
So big early penalty It's going to be a personal foul, so that's going to be a 15-yarder. It's going to give the Colts a first down. So big. Not only you give up the onside kick to the Colts, and now you're giving them 15 free yards. So
that's not. I don't think that's how Gallia's coaching staff drew this one up starting. So
interesting.
But
okay, there we go. Now they're moving. They were reading that as only like a 5-yarder at one point. Now they're going to read it, and I got to switch it to first down for the Colts. There it goes. So the Colts are going to have it at the 32-yard line. Here's Schwartz with the ball. Finds a hole. He's met quickly by a host of Blue Devils, as he's just going to be stopped at the line, just past the line. There's shotgun. Singleton's got Jerome Todd on the slant. Hits him. First down Colts. He's down inside the 20 to about the 19. So that's going to be a gain of 12 by Jerome Todd. A quick slant route. Shotgun again. Fakes one way. Looks the other. Going to the end zone. Todd is open. Touchdown Colts. 19-yard touchdown pass, Singleton to Todd.
I'll tell you what, Meadowbrook coming out of the gate strong, getting the onside kick there. Quick strike, and they didn't waste no time getting to the line and pulling Gallia. I mean, early on, Gallia is on its heels here, so
57 seconds in.
Yes, I was getting ready to say 57 seconds. We're going to have to see how Gallia responds because, Meadowbrook coming out strong like this at home, that's a perfect way to start this ball game for the Colts.
And per usual, the Colts are lined up for two. Meanway in motion. Singleton's going to roll out. Look, fires back, hits McCullough. He's going to be stopped just short. So with 11:03 left in the first quarter, the Colts with a big onside kick to start it. Quickly march down the field with the help of a personal foul on the Blue Devils, and it ends with a 19-yard touchdown pass, Singleton to Todd. And the Colts got off the start they wanted, that's for sure. And I'm sure Gallia is going to be a little bit more prepared here on this kickoff right here.
It was sitting next to the box for the Gallia coaching staff. You could hear him beating the tables on the onside kick, and then the two catches there back-to-back by Todd. So obviously their coaching staff not pleased with the way their football team has got started.
And obviously with 9 guys up there, they're preparing for the onside kick this time. And Meadowbrook did the little pop kick that popped it between those guys, between the 40 and 20 a couple different times last week against Maysville. And there's a kickoff down the field, and he's going to quickly be met going nowhere. And that's Kenyon Franklin. So we're going to see our first look of the Gallia Academy offense, led by senior quarterback Noah Fanco and senior running back, big game, James Armstrong. And here's the handoff to Franklin. He's going to get just past the 20 to about the 22. So that's going to be a gain of 3. A little pistol formation. Hand off to Franklin again. He busts through, drags Hupp for a little bit more yards. He's out to about the 36. And that's going to be a Gallia first down.
And they better be glad they grabbed that shoestring, made that shoestring tackle, because he had daylight.
So he definitely proved that he's definitely a working horse there. Here's another handoff to Armstrong. He finds him a hole again and falls forward for another first down. Up again on the tackle. And they're going to say first down on that one too. So Blue Devils have it, their own 46. They've rode the legs of James Armstrong as he has 3 carries, 26 yards.
Early died of Mr. Armstrong, and that's what we said in the outcast of this ball game, is that we were going to see a lot of Armstrong tonight.
And guess who gets the ball? Armstrong again, and he just does not go down. He's going to pick up 4 yards there. Colts are making the initial contact on him, but he's just busting through. But when you're 6'1", 210 pounds, it's pretty easy to break some tackles.
He's quite a wrecking ball going into that behind that offensive line into that defensive front. He just finds a hole.
So still in the pistol formation, and it's going to Armstrong again, as he's going to pick up probably another 4 yards, it looks like, as a host of Colts. I think McMahon away and Hupp both in there.
We're at 8:55 here in the early outset. We'll try to remind you tonight what the time is on the clock, as our secondary camera on the clock was not working tonight, so we'll try to keep you abreast of what time it is on the game clock tonight.
And guess who gets it again? Armstrong. He's going to have the first down, be down to about the 41. Eubanks and Singleton in on the tackle, so Davis Singleton getting a little playing time here at outside linebacker, as they had to move some things around with guys.
Looks like they're giving him 5 on the carry there.
So Hupp's moved to inside linebacker, it looks like. So the first 6 plays have been to Armstrong. Let's see what play number 7 is. Oh, play action. And here comes the Colts pressure. Almost got him. Dyer misses. Loy misses. He finds that's incomplete because he throws across the field to Armstrong. Man, tough break there for the Colts. Could have made a big play. A couple guys missed the tackle.
I'll tell you what, Van Gogh was elusive on that play. He was running around for his life, but he had an open man there. So good job by Van Gogh, the quarterback of the Devils, making something almost happen.
And here, let's go back to what works. They give it to Armstrong, and man, he's hit and just does not go down.
And honestly, it looked like a swarm of brown jerseys in that middle. But he, as you said, I mean, still getting popped and getting 4 more yards.
He's going to be sore than our boy Connor Puscarriage from last week and this week. Puscarriage had another 40-plus carries last night, and the Warriors' big win over Shenandoah. So big third down.
6, yeah.
Shotgun. Got Armstrong open. It's deflected.
Hit by 55.
Rhett Dyer gets a deflection there.
Yes.
Big play by Rhett. You can't get to the quarterback, get those hands up and deflect the ball. Armstrong may have been walking into the end zone on that one, but a big play by Rhett Dyer.
I'll tell you what, Dyer had a couple big plays last week in the second half for the Colts, so he's picking right back up where he left off in the second half of last week's ball game in the win over Philo.
So 4th down here, and it looks like Gallia Academy is going to go for it. They got 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left on the spread. Fanko's looking. He's throwing down the field to Armstrong. He's drops it. He had him. And Armstrong just deflated, still laying down there. And sometimes you need breaks like that, and the Colts definitely got one.
They dodged the bullet because Armstrong came out on the wheel route out of that backfield, and he just zipped by the Colts secondary. I mean, he was walking into the end zone, so huge bullet dodged by the Colts.
So the Colts are going to take over at their own 37-yard line. His turnover on downs, a big defensive stand there. Eubanks in motion. Singleton's going to cut up the middle and pick up about 2, maybe 3 yards. So that's the first running play of the Colts tonight.
Yeah,
first drive was a blend of a lot of passes there.
As I'll say, Eubanks and then 2 back-to-back to Jerome. I mean, Jerome already 31 receiving yards on 2 catches and a touchdown. So
we're going to give Singleton a gain of 2 on the play.
So it looks like he got 2 on the carry.
Colts taking their time getting set up here. Waiting
and
for the signal to come in.
We're wrong because that wasn't the first carry. Schwartz had a carry earlier for a yard.
Okay, that's right. He did have that 1-yard run. It was the first multi-yard gain. And here's just overthrows McManaway. It's McManaway streaking down the field. Singleton just passed it over his head.
And
Great diving effort.
That's what I was going to say. Give Brady credit because I don't know if Brady's about 5'10", but he stretched every ounce of his body out that he could. Great job by him trying to get that.
Did a great job laying out for it.
Yep. So in their own sense, Gallia dodges a bullet there because if Brady catches that on the fly, he's probably walking in. So
now we're even.
Yep.
Here's a fake the handoff. Singleton's going to run up the middle. He's going to get about 6 yards. Going to be up to the 45, and here comes a late flag.
That'd be another one on Gallia. They're pointing towards Gallia. Yep. Yes, another one. Wow.
Guessing that was probably a face mask.
They're going
to call a personal foul of some sort.
Yeah.
So another 15 yards tacked on to that one. So Singleton runs it up to the 45, and the Colts are going to get another 15 after that, so they should have it at the 40 of Gallia.
39.
The 39, so that means he got a gain of 7 on that play then. So 30 yards and penalties by Gallia has definitely helped the Colts here in the early going. Singleton rolling out. Pass back to the tight end.
Man,
stopped completely.
Armstrong
he can do it on the offensive and defensive end.
Man, did he come shooting through there.
And it's going to be a 7-yard loss on the pass. Eric McCullough on the reception. So again, trips receivers to the right. Looking for the signals to come in from the coaches. Schwartz moves to the right of Singleton now. Singleton's going to roll out right. He's going to look, fires down the middle of the field. He hits Todd.
He had all day. So great job by Meadowbrook's offensive line giving Singleton all kinds of time to look back there. He went through his progressions once again and found Todd nestled down underneath that zone.
That's going to be a 12-yard gain on the pass.
Nice job by Singleton, Todd, and the offensive line on that play.
Here we're in a little pistol formation. Singleton takes it, hands it off to Schwartz. Schwartz is picking up the first down, and Morris, he's dropped down to the 25. So that's another Colts first down. It's going to be a gain of 8, it looks like. And here's Schwartz again getting it. He's going to get about 2 or 3 as the Blue Devils swarm him.
I'll tell you what, Darren, we made light of the game Schwartz had last week in relief. He had a nice night, 5 yards of carry last week. So Schwartz getting right back involved in this game.
Screen to Eubanks here. He is down inside the 20. It's going to be about to the 18. So that's going to be a 6-yard gain out of Eubanks. And Singleton's going to keep this one up. They got great shoestring tackle there by, can't tell the number. Still looking 32 for Gallia. Cole Hines, a freshman. They have a few freshmen that get some decent playing time here on this Gallia Academy team, so the future doesn't look too bad for the Blue Devils. So 4th and short here for the Colts. Last week we saw Singleton take it under center and on a QB sneak. He's in shotgun here as he's going to hit a quick screen to Eubanks. Eubanks is going to shift his way past and get the first down.
Nice job.
It's a nice shifty little move by Eubanks to pick up the first down. Only a gain of 3 on the play, but those are 3 big yards. So 1st and 10 Colts. Well, maybe only a gain of 2. It's inside the 15. Singleton's going to keep it on a sweep. He's going to gain maybe 2 or 3.
That's a nice job because Gallia has that strung out.
Armstrong's there again on defense.
Singleton did his best to pick up what he could on that play.
Maybe a gain of 2, 1 or 2 on the play.
Yeah, it looks like it's a 13, so.
And he's got a man in the corner, just overthrows. I believe that was Jerome Todd again. Man, and it's just, the Colts have had a couple different opportunities. We've just missed out on them.
And I'll tell you what, the Colts, I've seen them play fast, but they are playing the fastest I've seen them play this year. They aren't wasting any time getting plays off tonight.
They're really mixing it up. There's at times where they're taking plays off, and then other times where we're looking down, writing stuff down, and all of a sudden the next play is happening. Singleton's looking, firing, and caught in the end zone. Touchdown.
Brady McManaway. 13-yard strike.
So 13-yard pass.
That comes at the
touchdown pass.
2:11 mark here in the first quarter.
So McManaway from Singleton, and it is now 12-0 Colts. The Colts lining up for 2 here. Singleton's going to keep. He's going to. I thought he was going to do the Tim Tebow jump pass,
and he got
he's in. I think that was an option, the jump pass, but he didn't have anybody to throw to, so he decided to just punch it in himself. And it's 14-0 Colts. So 2 possessions for the Colts, 2 touchdowns. They got to love that ratio.
Yeah, I tell you what, Gallia coming out, going back to start, quick recap of this game, starting off, not getting the opening kickoff onside. Meadowbrook capitalized. They come down. Armstrong, nice running. The drive gets to a big 4th down play and runs the wheel route. They miss the opportunity there, and then Meadowbrook takes it right back and scores. So right now, it's a tale of 2 teams, one cashing in and one not. So Meadowbrook doing a good job with their opportunities tonight.
And we want to thank our sponsors, Basic Systems, Simple Windows and Doors, Graham Excavating, Pure Love Bakery, Jagged Edges Hair Studios, and Muskingum Valley Health Centers. And we got to give a shout out to our new executive producer, at least for tonight.
All right.
Alex Strasser. Normally our buddy Carson Todd up here with us, but he just, I guess, decided to ditch us for pictures. Here's a kickoff to about the 24, and Briar Williams gets out to about the 40, a 16-yard return. So Briar Williams, one of their top receivers on the Gallia team.
I think they're going to spot it at about the 40.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, nice 16-yard return there by Briar Williams.
So Gallia's going to start this possession at their own 40. I'm sure they're kind of licking their chops after that last possession where they had an opportunity, had Armstrong open on that wheel route, and it just fell through his lap.
And there's no time to panic yet for it's not panic time, but Meadowbrook gets to stop here.
So they're going to do something different this possession and hand it off to him on split backs. There's a difference. It was split backs.
There you go.
So Armstrong picks up another first down. So he's been as good as advertised here in the early going as he picks up another first down.
To about the
43. So that's a 17-yard gain, and he's already got 60 yards rushing on 8 carries here. And there's a handoff, a new name now on the ground. I don't know who it is. We've been calling Armstrong's name the whole time. That was number 20, Michael Beasy. So he's their number 2 running back. He got a nice little gain of about 5 there. Maybe
down to the 39.
No, 4.
No, just a shade.
He got 4 and 5/8, I think.
Who might be shortening there, but.
So split backs again. This time Armstrong's getting it again. He
hits
the hole hard and picks up the first down.
Armstrong got his breather, one carry off. Now he's right back to work. So.
It's down to the Colts 31, so that's going to be a gain of 8 for Armstrong. So he's still got the split backfield with Beasy and Armstrong. And Beasy's going to get this one as Armstrong's going to be the lead blocker for him.
He's out there blocking as well.
So he's not afraid. He's going to do whatever it takes for this team.
And I'll tell you what,
it's going to be a gain of 6.
Gallia is pushing it downfield quick once again. So Meadowbrook's going to have to find a way to stop this vaulted Gallia Blue Devil rushing attack.
He's just rumbling through that hole. And here's Armstrong again. Gets slowed up, but man.
There we go. That's what they're going to have to do.
Gang tackle.
I was going to say they're going to have to hit him at the point of attack and then gang tackle, because right now, once he hits the hole, he's picking up yards at will.
That's the first time Colts have stopped him for anything less than 3 yards.
Which was his first carry of the game.
Yeah. It's the first time he's been stopped at the line. No yard gain there.
We're looking at 3rd and 4 with 4 seconds remaining here in the first.
They get the play off. Here's Beasy. He's can't quite make it. And then finally Hupp, Eubanks, Wagon clean it up. So we're going to start the second quarter in a 4th and 2 situation as Beasy gains a yard there. So we're going to thank our sponsors again. Basic Systems, Simple Windows and Doors, Graham Excavating, Pure Love Bakery, Jagged Edges Hair Studio, and Muskingum Valley Health Centers. So we are going to be starting second half action here at Eugene Capers Field. Beneath a good first quarter by the Colts, jumping out to that early 14-0 lead. The Colts, the big onside kick to start the game, and just have carried the momentum into a 14-0 lead, which Gallia Academy is looking to crack the scoreboard here as they're down inside the Colts 25 to start the second quarter.
Yeah, and Armstrong for Gallia right now, it's been a one-man wrecking crew for them. If Gallia continues to look to him, Meadowbrook hopefully will be able to find a way to stop him, make their offense do a little bit more than just hand it to him, because right now they're content to just keep handing it to him.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think I would be content handed to him the way he runs too.
Good point.
We are starting second quarter action. Colts lead 14-0. Gallia is going to have it 4th, and we're going to call it a short 2. Pistol formation. Here's the handoff to Armstrong. Yep, I called it before. And he's hit behind. He breaks one, and he's going to pick up the first down. He busts him again. He's gone.
Wow. What an effort.
And the Colts, you got to wrap him up. They were hitting him and just didn't wrap him up, and he busted forward for the big 23-yard touchdown run. Was it 23 or 24?
23.
23-yard touchdown run.
Yep. Meadowbrook had him stopped. They did a nice job, but they just could not bring him down. He just kept slipping away from each defender that tried to bring him down. And, that's what good players do, is make plays. And Armstrong, he's a great player and did a nice job there making things happen.
Well, the unfortunate thing is they were hitting him. They got to wrap him up. He's too good of a back.
Stop him on the run, though. So Colts hold at least on the 2-point possession, so they're up 14-6 with 11:49 here to go at Eugene Capers Field in the second quarter of playoff action.
I'm sure the Meadowbrook defense is going to get a talking to, I'm sure, after
I'm sure.
After that play. I mean, there's been some kids rotating in and out throughout this game, obviously because of some starters unavailable for tonight for Meadowbrook, but I'm sure Coach Clendenning and the defensive staff weren't very happy with, they had the opportunity to stop him behind the line. Looks like they had him, and I think he broke 11 tackles. I think everybody got a hand on him, but on the defensive end, but just couldn't bring him down. So now we're going to get to see Gallia's kickoff game here, as the Colts are kind of lined up expecting maybe an onside kick, as they got 8 guys up pretty close. So Mason Skidmore kicking off here for the Blue Devils. He hits a line drive pooch.
The 26.
Picked up at the 26. Let's do it. Schwartz. He's going to turn the corner, find some room, and he's still in bounds.
Nice.
Jukes inside.
What a nice juke. He's got room
And
to work.
another juke.
Oh,
Here we go. And he's still up. And finally down inside the 30. What a return by Anthony Schwartz.
I'll tell you what, the sideline is jacked up, and so is the crowd. What an effort. It looked like he was going to step out of bounds and just, be content at about the 45 of Meadowbrook, but he continued on, made a nice little juke, as you said, Train, and kept going. Then he swam inside of another would-be defender and kept going.
Tiptoed down that Meadowbrook sideline.
Great effort by Schwartz.
So at the 29, and Schwartz gets the first carry, and he's going to pick up a couple yards as a host of Blue Devils make the tackle, and some people are not very happy about the kind of Gallia Academy player kind of going in there a little late with the helmet. I guess he must have watched too much of Nebraska's defense this afternoon. He thought that was legal now.
So 2 on the carry for Schwartz.
Wide open, and it's caught. Touchdown, Colts.
That looks like is that big play, Jerome. Yes, it is.
Jerome Todd, 27 yards from Singleton.
Hey, and just like that, big plays by Schwartz on the return, and Todd again with a big touchdown reception. So where he was quieted last week by the Philo defense, he's finding seams to get through behind the secondary of Gallia. So Gallia's going to have to do a better job of finding where he's at, getting out there in the secondary. So good job here by Meadowbrook scoring. And Singleton is going to waltz in on the right end for the 2 points. So nice job as Gallia kind of strung him out, but Davis just tucked and ran up the end there for the 2 points. So Meadowbrook 22-6 with 10:58 showing on the clock. So nice job answering. And about
50 seconds later.
Say a little under a minute. So what a nice job by Schwartz. You got to tip your hat off to him. There's a guy who, has just done what it takes for Meadowbrook this year. He was fine, sharing carries with Lacey, not getting the start many weeks, and, making a play when it matters, at this stage. So awesome job, Mr. Schwartz, on that kickoff, and Meadowbrook with another big touchdown.
Yeah, definitely. The big return by Schwartz sets up the 27-yard touchdown pass from Singleton to Todd. The Colts leading 22-6. And again, Gallia's ready for any type of an onside kick. And I'm sure they're going to pooch this one over their head. Hopefully get a funky bounce. And
20. Looks like
number 4.
4, yes. That's,
and he may have just answered the big return and then some. Number 4.
That's Donovan Woodson.
Woodson, yeah, he's one of their big-time receivers, and he's gone. 80-yard kick return for the touchdown. So quick. Well, the Colts answer in 50 seconds, and Gallia Academy says, well, I can do you better, and we'll answer in 14 seconds, as with 10:44 left in the first half. Woodson goes to the house, 80 yards on the kick return.
Darren, I don't know if I have enough ink in my pens here tonight to keep up with all this action. So
yeah, we're definitely
wow,
speed racing on the with the pen. So going for 2 here, pistol formation, and that's going to be in the league
No.
Okay, they had a guy running on the field, and there's going to be a flag, yes.
Yeah, I was going to say, it should be illegal participation.
And then there goes a football flying across the field. We apologize if somebody heard that over the airs, as the Gallia Academy coaches to the right of us aren't very happy.
Using some language that not good for ears over the radio, but
or over the live stream.
Right? We can't edit that. Alex,
yep.
Alex is good, but she's not that good.
So it's going to be a 5-yard penalty on Gallia. They had illegal participation as the guy was running onto the field. I thought we were playing Arena League football for a second, and the guy was getting a head start running down the field or something. So they're still going to elect to go for 2. 3 receivers to the right. Armstrong in the backfield will drop him back. Armstrong kind of leaking out. They got to watch Armstrong. He's open over the middle of the field, but Wagon's chasing him, and he just chucks it down the field, and it's out of bounds, incomplete. I tell you what, Fanco does a great job of just staying alive as he throws the pass incomplete on the 2-point conversion. But, man, he has shown that he can he hasn't run the ball a whole bunch for Gallia Academy because they have James Armstrong, but he definitely keeps plays alive with his legs, I should say. He has 2 of them.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, we can
take a deep breath.
I was going to say, take a deep breath for all of our fans listening and watching at area businesses. This has been a lot of quick action tonight. That you had Schwartz on the kickoff, and then Meadowbrook scores 2 plays later, and then Gallia answers with an 80-yard touchdown. So it's been a lot of exciting action thus far.
I tell you what, if Meadowbrook answers with the touchdowns, I'm going to have flashbacks to a Marietta-Cambridge game. I know I've mentioned it in our pregame show before with Fast Eddie Hamilton. I can't think who the Marietta running back was. Took 3 straight kickoffs to the house.
From the 23.
And that's Caden Casey on the return, number 32. He's going to get down to about the 35-yard line. So a 12-yard return on the kickoff. So the Colts are going to start at their own 35 here with 10:39 to go in the first half. Colts empty backfield here. There's a fake to hand off to Eubanks. He's looking down the field to Todd, and he's incomplete. Thrown down the field. Good coverage by Grant Bryan. So 2nd and 10 here for the Colts.
Schwartz with the carry.
And he's going to get out to about the 39. It's going to be a gain of 4. So a 4-yard gain on the play. 3rd and 6 Colts here. Leading 22-12. Empty backfield. As now Schwartz is going to come in motion and then drop back. He's going to fire the little swing to him. Schwartz going to cut up. Can't. Gets about a yard or 2, but can't break that one big tackle they needed to pick up the first down. So it's going to be about a gain of 2 on the play.
We'll see if
so Colts are going for it. Expect the hard count here.
Yeah, or
this has been something that they've been great at over the years.
Right, real good. And Singleton, if not, then expect him to punt. But no.
And Singleton's looking down the field, got a man,
and he catches it. Hunter Eubanks with the catch.
Caught it.
Yes.
Gallia is saying no, but the referees are saying yes. First down. What a play. 4th down. Taking a shot down the field. Colts move it down to the Gallia 37.
And I tell you what, give the Meadowbrook coaching staff credit for believing in
showing some kahunas there.
Yes, Yeah, some Vidalias, as you would see right there.
So a 20-yard gain to Eubanks.
The 37 is what they're giving him, yeah.
Here's the handoff to Schwartz again, and he's going to pick up a couple yards there. So gain of 2 from Schwartz. Pistol formation. Here's another. Fakes the handoff. Swings it out to Eubanks. Breaks one tackle on the juke. Gets down inside the 25. That's going to be another Colts first down. As we got another flag as he's tackled late out of bounds.
Definitely out of bounds.
And that's going to be the third, I repeat, 15-yard penalty on Gallia Academy.
So we're going to move him another 15 after the first down.
That's going to be a half the distance. The Colts should have it about the 12, 13-yard line maybe. Maybe the 11.
No way they give Eubanks the official spot on the catch. So I was trying to give you the yardage on his catch there.
It was probably a 10-yard gain, I'd say. He was just inside the 25. It's going to be the 13-yard line. So 1st and 10 Colts at the Gallia 13-yard line. Trips to the left. Schwartz going to move over to the right side of Singleton. Todd bunches in a little bit. He's going to roll out to the right. Looking, firing to Todd, and that one's going to be caught by Todd as he makes the shoestring catch. They're going to be, I think, just short of the first down by about a yard, so it's going to be a 9-yard gain. So Todd picks it up off the grass to help the Colts get the first, or get close to the first down. So 2nd and short here as the clock's ticking at under just almost 8 minutes to go in the first half. Singleton's going to keep it, and he's going to bust through down to about the inside the 1.
And I'll tell you what, we haven't seen Singleton run very much tonight. He's been looking to.
Yeah, that's only been his 4th carry of the night, and the Colts quickly getting set to the line, ready to go. And Singleton's going to keep us. He's going to get hit, and he is going to be. The officials are afraid to make a call. It looked like he reached over, but I don't know if that knee was down. They're going to say the knee was down, so no gain on the play. Definitely Singleton reached across, but you couldn't tell if his body was down or not on the play. So 2nd and goal Colts.
With 7:33 to go here in the second quarter before we get to the half.
So here we go, a handoff, fakes a handoff to Schwartz, firing, caught by McManaway.
Yes.
I don't know if the pass was thrown to him, but he went up and got it.
Reminiscent of last week.
So a 1-yard touchdown pass from Singleton to McManaway. So with 7:19 to go in the first half, Meadowbrook again. McManaway's 2nd touchdown reception on the night. This one 1 yard from Singleton. Here's Singleton going to roll out to the right. He's looking, doesn't see anybody. Dropping back, fires.
And gets it.
And he got him, but he's just short.
Oh.
He's got his man, but just short. Can't tell who the pass was thrown to. And there is a late flag here.
They're pointing back to the end zone, but a bunch of Meadowbrook guys around the refs as they move away. They don't want to have a conference with the Colts. Discussing, we'll see what the call is here. As of right now, he was stopped short, but yes, holding. So Meadowbrook's going to get a second opportunity
chance, yeah. So the Colts will have it at about the 1.5 yard line.
And to give Gallia credit, I mean, Meadowbrook it seemed like that play lasted 30 seconds.
Yeah.
It just kept drifting towards Gallia's sideline, waiting for somebody to come open. So it's a long time for Gallia to hold steady and cover there. But, nonetheless, Meadowbrook is going to get a second opportunity here.
And that's a tough call on Gallia because a lot of times in the NFL when that quarterback's roll down outside the pocket,
right,
they kind of let the defensive holding kind of go by the wayside because they consider the quarterback a runner at that time. So Colts are going to get another opportunity here at the 2-point. And Singleton's looking, and he's going to fire at the Todd on the in route, and it's going to drop incomplete.
No laundry this time. So Colts 28 and the Blue Devils 12.
So here's a big possession for the Colts because I'm sure they want to have that double-digit lead for sure going into the half.
Right, and remember, they do get the ball coming out of the half, but I've got a suggestion here. Don't kick to Mr. Woodson again.
Yeah. If we're going to pooch that over there, guys, let's pooch it to the other side.
Right.
He showed he's got some pretty good wheels.
Right, but the problem is when you look across the field, you got Briar Williams.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Gallia's got two stud athletes back there waiting for the kickoff. So I would venture to say that Meadowbrook's probably going to go back to
and late breaking news just into the KGP studios. We got our first upset of the Big Ten.
Ooh, hopefully it's the Wolverines.
Indiana defeats Penn State.
Wow, at the 40, his knee was down. Yeah, that's number 14. That's Grant Bryan, senior. Caught the ball at the 40, but his knee was already in the ground when he had it. So Gallia will take over at the 40 with 7:16 to go. So
I don't know. You said Michigan. I think you can put me on record as saying Minnesota's probably going to win that game, and it's not going to be an upset.
So starting at the 40 here, this is the 8th possession of the second half. So we'll see what Meadowbrook's defense can dial up here.
We're going to have an illegal formation here probably on Gallia. So that's going to knock them back 5 yards. And the penalties continue to haunt the Blue Devils here.
Yeah, I think that's their 5th of the half.
They got the 3 personal fouls alone.
Right.
And then they got the holding on 2-point conversion. And that one I can name 5 right there.
Right.
There could be.
And then you had the other one down here on their own. On their own 2 points. So yeah, they've racked them up tonight.
Armstrong in motion. The handoff up the middle to Beasy. And he's going to power through for about 7, maybe 8. So Hupp in there on the tackle. We've talked his name up a lot here in the early going to making tackles for the Colts.
It looks like they give him a gain of about 8.
Yep.
Yeah.
Here's the handoff to Armstrong. And look here, he's right. Great job by the Colts. Finally kept him at bay again.
I don't know if Armstrong has just getting a little bit winded, but it seems like he's slowed down just a step. We got a Meadowbrook player down on the field. No, that was McCullough, yeah.
Just probably milking it. He's milking it.
So big 3rd down and 6 coming up here.
They're in pistol formation. Got 2 receivers almost land up clear out of bounds at the Meadowbrook sideline. Here comes a screen, but it's handed off to Armstrong, and the Colts keep hitting him, wrapping him up, powering him back there. I think Joel Wagon was at the bottom of the pile there, had him by the ankles, and that's what you got to do, keep his legs from moving, grab a hold of him.
I think they're only getting him, 1 on the 2 on the carry. So nice job by Meadowbrook's defense here. It's 4th and 4.
Short
but,
4.
It looks like Gallia.
So Dyer's going to come in for George here defensively for him.
Now they're going to follow suit with Meadowbrook on the last drive. They're going for it themselves.
And he's looking. Here's the wheel route again. And Armstrong.
Nicely covered. Nicely covered.
Underthrew Armstrong a little bit, but great job by Josh Hupp staying with him, deflecting it away.
And that's hard because Armstrong's looking back for the ball. Sometimes you'll see that defensive player get a pass interference, but nice job by Hupp there.
Yeah, great job by Josh Hupp.
He did a good job, even though the ball was just a little bit underthrown. Hupp was right there with him, so I'm not sure he could have caught it, even though if he would have put it on strike. So nice job by Mr. Hupp. And Meadowbrook's defense, a huge stop, and they've got plenty of time here. 5:34 to go in the second half. Yeah, and the Meadowbrook secondary, no completions they've given up tonight. So nice job by Meadowbrook's D, at least on the passing game.
And here's a pass back. Eubanks going to toss it across the field to Schwartz. So it's lateral from Singleton to Eubanks, and Eubanks passes it to Schwartz.
So I guess it would
That'd
count
be a
as
pass. It's a pass from Eubanks.
For Eubanks would be the one who gets the yardage, yeah. So we'll see.
Eubanks gets a pass there.
And down to the 39, so 7-yard reception.
Schwartz gets a 7-yard reception, yeah. Singleton's going to pick up the first down.
So let us catch back up yet again.
Yeah. So another Colts first down on the run by Singleton. So we went from the 39 to the 32-yard line, so a gain of 7 from Singleton. It's 1st and 10 Colts now.
And then Gallia. I think they heard us because we were both asking for a timeout.
Apparently the officials saw us signaling for the timeout, and they saw the blue to the right of us as the Gallia coaches are to the right of us.
We're using one of our TV timeouts here, so thank you, Gallia.
So 4:51 to go here in the first half. A big defensive stand by the Colts. A great defensive play by Josh Hupp on 4th down. While we have time, we'll thank our sponsors again. Basic Systems, Simple Windows and Doors, Graham Excavating, Pure Love Bakery, Jagged Edges Hair Studio, and Muskingum Valley Health Centers, as we got some AC/DC rocking up here in the press box.
We'll let the sounds of the Australians take you.
Just recently came out with a new album, too.
Yeah, they got a song on Octane now, a top 15 song. So, but anyways, 4:51 to go here in the second quarter. Meadowbrook's offense is looking to strike here again.
Fakes the screen, looks down the field, and
catch
has
by McCullough.
McCullough down to about the 15-yard line. Another Colts first down. So that should be about a 16-yard gain, it looks like.
15 or 16.
16.
Putting it. Yeah, 16.
And here's the fake the handoff. Singleton's going to power forward as a gang of Gallia Academy make the tackle. And they got a man getting slow up there, big number 64. So Singleton gained about
10, I think. Is that what is it?
Down to the 12.
12.
So it looks like a 5-yard gain from Singleton. And Singleton on the outside, he's going to get hit and knocked down out of bounds inside the 10. Down to the just inside the 10, so that's going to be a gain of about 2. So it's 3rd and a short 3. Is there a shotgun formation here? Trips to Singleton's right, McCullough to his left by himself as he's got 2 guys out there in coverage on him. Now the other guy sneaking in. Singleton's going to run right, find a little bit of room, break one tackle, and fall down inside the 5. It's going to be another Colts first down. A big pickup there from Singleton.
And I'll tell you what, Train, Meadowbrook's offense has been good this year, but this might be the best I've seen their offense all year long.
They're just continuing to move the ball. Really, the most impressive thing, I think, just it seems like everybody's been a part of the passing game. I mean, it seems like every week there's like 1 or 2 guys that have a big game, but it seems like you got 2 or 3 guys already having big receiving games.
They've definitely mixed things up well tonight.
So Singleton's going to keep it again here as he's going to sweep to the left. Look, and he's going to get hit behind the line. It's number 2, Cameron Webb on the play.
Nice job by Webb. Broke down and waited on Singleton and met him right at the point of attack. And looks like it's going to be a loss of 1 on the carry. So.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be back to the 6. So 2nd goal, Colts from the 6. Bunching guys in. Trips to the right. Singleton's going to roll out to the right. Looking. Firing. He's got his man. McMahon away again. That's number 3 tonight, folks.
And let me tell you something. That was a great touch pass by Singleton because the Gallia defender was there. He went for the pass, but Singleton put it right where Brady could catch it over the outside. And nice job by Singleton on the touch there. And Brady, again, making another athletic play. He just seems to keep getting better and better and better as the season goes on.
So not only is that McManway's third touchdown of the game reception, but it's also the third touchdown of the quarter for the Colts. So a 6-yard touchdown reception by McManway.
And
as the Colts go for 2 and Singleton's in. And it's 36-12 Colts.
And I tell you what, that's a big score because, again, remember,
with 2:20 to go,
Meadowbrook will get the ball coming out of the half. So, I mean, right now, Meadowbrook is in control of this ball game. You know, when you look back, I mean, some things has happened for Gallia. You just sitting there on their side, you think, wow, what if this happened or that? I'll tell you what, Meadowbrook's offense has just been polished tonight, and Gallia, they've got 2:20 to answer, but, you know, if they're going to get going again, I mean, I would say they need to get Armstrong going again because when he was running, they were doing nice things, but it seems like Meadowbrook's started to key in a little bit better on him and stopping the run. So, you know, we just made mention a few minutes ago about their quarterback, Noah Vanco. He doesn't have a completion tonight.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Meadowbrook's secondary, if they're going to come back, Gallia almost going to have to start looking to the pass. But Meadowbrook's proven that they've been tough to throw on tonight.
And this was the recipe kind of against Philo to stop Munyon, force them into one-dimensional where they have to be a passing team. And right now.
And that was Grant Bryan. From the 43, and he ends up going backwards. I don't know if he ever did make any yards.
I think they're going to spot him at the 46, it looks like, maybe.
So maybe 3 on the kickoff.
47 is where they're going to spot him. Thomas McCullough on the tackle. It's a kid I know. First and 10 from their own 47 for Gallia. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do here as down a full 3 scores, down 36-12. They're going to have to look for the passing game here as fakes the handoff to Armstrong. He's looking down the field.
And
here comes the Colts.
What a nice job.
Big-time
that
sack
is a coverage sack.
Great coverage, a big sack. I think it was Joel Wagon. Joel Wagon.
Case and Katie,
that was Joel Wagon. It was Joel Wagon, 52 on the sack.
But again, that's a coverage sack right there. So good job again by Meadowbrook secondary, who, as we said, they're without Launder tonight. So nice job.
McCall's out. So
nice.
Half of your secondary's out tonight,
right.
And
looks like that's about a 9-yard loss there.
So guys who are normally at linebacker are playing safety or corner. So they've had to kind of move this team around a little bit as Armstrong.
And I would tell you what, if I was if I was Meadowbrook, I might call timeout because they might get another opportunity here with 1:25 to go in the half. They're going to give 7 on the carry to Armstrong there.
And so Armstrong, I have him at exactly 100 yards now. But really the most important thing, this is a big 3rd and 12. And it's almost a guarantee that they have to look to pass here on 3rd and 12. Meadowbrook, like you said, wisely using timeout, thinking about maybe getting that one more possession.
Well, I mean, why not?
This half.
When you've got, Jerome that can go deep, why not try it? I mean,
and how about this? If Meadowbrook does get the ball and scores, we're up over 30 points, and we got that running clock.
And would you ever thought that when we started this ball game? I mean,
no.
When and this ain't taking anything away from Meadowbrook's opponents this year. You know, there have been some games where we thought that was going to happen, but we would not have thought that tonight.
No.
Gallia, I mean, Meadowbrook is playing, as I said, I think this is their most complete
empty
game of the year.
Backfield. Vanco's going to fake right, look deep down the field. He's got his man, number 4, and he picked it up.
Couple messages from folks saying that it's buffering on their end, and they're trying. It's not. That's nothing to do with KGP. That would be, the Wi-Fi connection here. So we're trying to bring you this game, and
If you can hear us, you may want to restart your feed at halftime. We got 9.5 seconds to go. That may help it some too, as we're switching to a different connection. Casey's going to pick it up at the 26, and he's going to break one tackle, but he's going to keep a hold of his legs, and he's going to be down at the 30.
Closer, if you can.
So the feed, I think, officially went out, but hopefully the people heard me say refresh it here in a bit.
So Colts content to go into half. So 42-20. You feel like a 3-touchdown lead. You feel good, but right before the half there, that big play kind of takes a little bit out of Meadowbrook's sails. But nonetheless, they have played a good first half.
How about that? 7 total touchdowns in that second quarter alone. If you like offense, you're getting to see it here tonight at Eugene Capers Field. So while we're at halftime, we'll thank our sponsors again: Basic Systems, Simple Windows and Doors, Graham Excavating, Pure Love Bakery, Jagged Edges Hair Studio, Muskingum Valley Health Centers. So what a first half of just amazing big plays on both ends. Woodson's had a big kick return for a touchdown, a big reception for a touchdown. That's been a big part of the offense for Gallia Academy, but the Colts offense has just been a well-oiled machine here in the first half, as they have just been clicking on all 8 cylinders here in the first 24 minutes.
We're trying to got word from one of our listeners that the game picture is frozen on the McCullough touchdown, so hopefully we get it resolved here.
And welcome back to halftime here at Eugene Capers Field. We finally, I think, have our internet issues at least temporarily figured out. So we hope that you are back with us. I'm trying to text some people, so hopefully people can hear me, and hopefully we're able to enjoy, a good second half as far as for the live stream, just being able to keep pace with us. We are about 6 minutes away till second half action. Colts leading 42-20 at the half, and I guess we're only having sound only. So what a first half this was. The Colts go up 14-0 the first quarter on Singleton touchdown passes to Todd and McManaway. And then an offensive explosion happens in the second quarter with a total of 7 touchdowns scored. Armstrong had a touchdown and Woodson had 2 for Gallia Academy. Well, for the Colts, Todd had a touchdown reception. McManaway had a touchdown reception. McManaway had another touchdown reception. And McCullough had a touchdown reception. So Singleton has 6 touchdown passes here in the first half for the Colts. And Vanco, his only completion of the night. Talk about a big completion. It was that big 70-yard completion with 9.5 seconds left to Woodson. That really kind of got a little bit of the momentum back for Gallia, as both teams are back out on the field, stretching out and getting ready for the second half action. As Heath is here breaking down all the first half statistics, trying to get everything tallied. So Heath, let's give us a breakdown of how things went.
Still trying to catch up.
Between the live feed going down and the high-paced, high-scoring action here in the first half with a combined 62 points. I mean, it's kind of it's going anything and everything. But again, it's always welcome to 2020, because it seems like anything that will go wrong does.
Yeah, that's a good point. But I could hear you as I was trying to tally some stuff up here, Darren. You know, it's just a game of just speed. A lot of good big plays. You know, for Gallia, you know, you look back, they had a reverse play go against them, the onside kick to start the game. Meadowbrook come out and set the tone early. From that point on, Meadowbrook's offense, they've scored 6 times. So Meadowbrook's offense has been well polished tonight. But Gallia, you know, when you're not playing your best, you need big plays. And Gallia has been able to dial up 2 huge plays. Obviously, the big 80-yard touchdown return by Woodson there, that was a big play. And then the big touchdown, 70-yard strike right before the half. Again, Woodson, this time from Noah Vanco. So, you know, 2 big plays for Gallia. You take those 2 plays away, and you're looking at a 42-6 game. So Gallia's still, surprisingly, Meadowbrook played as well as I thought I've seen him play this year, and Gallia's still 3 scores down. They're going to have to stop Meadowbrook's offense at some point, and I'm sure that's what they talked about at the half.
It hasn't worked through the first 6 possessions.
No.
Area score that for Meadowbrook fans' interest, St. Clairsville leading Warren 20-0 just early in the 3rd quarter on that one, and a old friend of ours and fellow Chicago Cubs fan, Times leader, sports editor Seth Stasky covering the game.
Yeah, that's a name I haven't heard for a long time, so old Sethy.
So the clock went off, so that means we put another 3 minutes on the clock again. So we've got just under 3 minutes till the start of the second half action with the Colts up 42-20. We'll thank our sponsors, Basic Systems, Simple Windows and Doors, Graham Excavating, Pure Love Bakery, Jagged Edges Hair Studio, and Muskingum Valley Health Centers. And also, I didn't get a confirmation from our main man, Caleb Graham. Usually he tells us. I don't know if the people out at the Wagon Wheel and at Buffalo Wild Wings in Cambridge, if they're watching us or not. If you are, thank you for your support. I hope you enjoyed when we weren't buffering, but hopefully we have the internet issues fixed, and hopefully we have the video and audio that everybody wants to see and hear. As the PA system is jamming here at the Meadowbrook press box. So Gallia is already over on their side, ready to go here for second half action. And
Caleb said he can see it. I don't know. Well, I'm still here. The person's taking pictures.
so we got just over a minute till the start of the second half. So Gallia is pretty much ready to go. The officials are at the 50-yard line. They're ready to go, and now the Colts are going to jog over to their sideline. So we've had just about a little bit of everything here in this first half, but let's hope for the Colts' sake, the last 24 minutes is as good as the first 24 minutes. I mean, there's been a couple games this year where the Colts haven't even put up 42 points. They've been high scoring. They haven't put up 42 points in the whole game, but to have 42 points in the first half against a playoff team and that's in the quarterfinals of Division 4 Region 15 just shows how explosive this Colts team can be, and that's without some guys who are injured tonight. We haven't seen Lacey in the first half either. We don't know if he's injured or not. I know he was getting the troops rallied before the game, so it just shows just the talent that they have. There's about, I think you could go about 8 or 9 deep as far as guys who are threats with the ball in their hand for the Colts on offense. And Meadowbrook will get the ball to start the second half. And Meadowbrook prepared for a little onside kick as Gallia is going to move everybody to the right side of the field. So it looks like they're definitely onside kick here. As Mason Skidmore. And now they're going to move some guys to the left of him. Colts sneaking up a little bit, and here's the onside kick. And that's going to be recovered by Gallia.
No, it went out of bounds.
Went out of bounds.
Nope, out of bounds.
And wow, that's a big break for.
Dodged a massive bullet there.
Meadowbrook player dove forward for it and just slapped it, and thankfully for the Colts, it goes out of bounds. So the Colts may have dodged a big bullet right there.
I wouldn't say may. I would say they did. Yeah, so. Whew.
So they can breathe a little sigh of relief as they're going to take over. It looks like the Gallia 49. I don't think Gallia wants to give the Colts too many times of field position this easy for them. So we'll see how the play goes here in the second half, as Gallia had a lot of 15-yard penalties for unsportsmanlike and personal fouls.
Shane,
So I'm sure that's something that their coaching staff wanted to shore up here at halftime.
I'm finally caught up to from halftime stats. That is unbelievable. That's the longest I believe it's ever taken me.
And we got a new record there. Again, the fake, Singleton's going to keep it, and he's going to get only a yard on the play. So that's one thing that's been kind of surprising. The Colts running game really hasn't been as potent as it has been all year.
46 yards at the half.
But they've done a good job of staying with the ground game and making sure that the Gallia defense has to at least respect it. So we are officially back. McManaway in motion. Singleton fakes it. He's going to keep it up the gut, and there's his first big run of the game. That's going to be a first down inside the 30. He is going to the house. Touchdown, Colts. House called by Singleton, 48 yards.
That's a way to get the running game going and the yardage up. So nice job. Singleton just took off around the left end, and there was no catching him.
So just like last week, all it takes is for me to say something about something not going right, and it goes good for the Colts. 48-yard touchdown run by Singleton, and that's the first rushing touchdown of the game for the Colts. With 11:10 to go in the third quarter, so 50 seconds in, Singleton puts the Colts up 48-20. They're lined up for two again. Here's the handoff to Schwartz, and he is in. So 50-20 Colts early in the third quarter, and we thought that 30-point lead was going to be in fact at the halftime, but a big touchdown play by Gallia Academy. But now we are officially in the running clock. And talk about something, and you can see Coach Clendenning on the sideline. I think he's more fired up than anyone. I think he's fired up about the running clock, because that second quarter, I think, took about an hour and a half in itself. The Colts leading by 30. 50-20, 11-10 to go in the third quarter. And I think they're trying to figure out who's supposed to be on the kick team, as Hunter Eubanks is going to run on late. And Hupp is kicking off, so they're going to kick it down the field here. Now he's going to squib it down.
That's a 33.
Recovered at the 33. I think that might have been Grant Bryan, I think, on the return. No, was it?
No, number
Brody Fellier.
Look at his number. Yeah, 20. Looks like 25.
Okay, I was completely wrong on that one.
Maybe. I don't know if that's a freshman there. So.
Well, he has got playing time that kid has this year.
I think it's 25 is who
it was. Either 10, 14, 25. If you had that as your pick 3 and bingo, you win.
I think it was 25, and he took it about the, what was that, the 30.
I think it was a 10-yard return.
About a 10-yard, yes. So we're looking at 10:24 with the running clock now, as Gallia about to take over here.
Yeah, so they're going to start shop at their own 43 pistol formation, and they're staying with Armstrong despite being down 30, and Armstrong breaks one. And Eubanks, just trying to hold on for dear life, finally brings him down. Another Gallia first down there. Man, Armstrong just keeps those legs churning, and he brings whoever's trying to tackle him with him. So we've definitely been impressed by that young man.
40, so
a 17-yard gain there.
Gain for Armstrong. Gets him to 118 on the night.
Here's a pass going deep, and it's overthrown. That was to number 9, Kenyon Franklin.
And the
That's
nice
a
thing,
freshman.
The nice thing is, again, we have a running clock, so
the
the
clock's
clock
still
just keeps
ticking.
going at 9:35. And I'll try to keep you guys abreast. My friend Erin, she messaged me about the time, so I did try to keep you up to date on the time. So I'll try to make sure I say it even more as the clock goes. So Erin, thank you for that pointer there.
Here's the handoff to Armstrong. Finds a hole, busts through the middle, and again Eubanks is trying to tackle him. He breaks free, he is gone to the house.
Let me tell you
Jeez.
something. That is not a guy you want to try to arm tackle.
You got to hit him
You
low.
have to hit him low. So, man, there goes the running clock. As Jeff Riggins announces in the box next to us, there goes your running clock. So
a 40-yard touchdown run from Armstrong. So they took 2 minutes off the clock on that drive, even though it didn't take very long, but the running clock.
He had 57 yards on 2 runs by Armstrong, so they didn't waste any time.
He's looking back to pass. Doesn't see anybody. Here comes George and Dyers chasing him outside. He fires the back of the end zone. Guy's open, catches it, and no, he does not. And we got a late flag, a real late flag, as Eubanks is running to the sideline, and he's like, huh, that's on me? And I think it's going to be on Gallia. No, there's no flag. They picked it up. Oh, no, I guess there is a personal foul on both teams. Or a personal foul on, well, he showed Meadowbrook, and then he went back and showed Gallia, so the personal foul may have been on Gallia, but this is the one thing we know is the 2-point was no good.
And it's 50-26 with 9:10 showing on the clock, so there you go. What we do know. We'll give him facts, Train.
Yep.
We'll give him facts.
Just the facts.
As Alex
Just
is
the
laughing
facts.
at our chicanery over here.
Just the facts, ma'am. Just the facts.
So we're starting the second half just like we started the first half, and throughout the first.
And there's another flag down at the 39. I think it just fell out of the official's pocket.
Listen, these flags want to.
Yeah,
they're wanting the action tonight. That's for sure.
Apparently, the OHSAA is paying these playoff officials by the flag, so they're trying to get a few extra bucks here. And the flag was on Meadowbrook, apparently, because they're going to kick off at the 45 here.
So I think probably a personal foul, but after the play.
So, again, we think we might have it figured out.
Yeah. They were calling a personal foul is what they were calling. But, this sets Gallia up for a nice onside
And of course, they're going to be going for the onside again.
I mean, and why
the Colts have Eubanks and McCullough down there. Eubanks is going to pop off him, but quickly snatched in the air by, looks like, Caden Casey. So good job by Caden Casey backing him up.
And every time I say Caden's name, I want to say Casey Kasem. I don't know why. If you guys grew up in the 80s.
Top 40.
The top 40, yeah. So back with the old Panasonic boom boxes sitting up to your radio, recording the top 40 songs before the invention of digital radio. But, that was a good job by Caden.
Here we go, Colts pistol formation. And a handoff to Schwartz, and he's going to get hit at the line. Looks like number 64, Braden Easton, on the play, and that's going to be a gain of 0. Are they going to give him a yard?
Yeah, they give him 1.
So Colts going to this little 6 offensive lineman as they move McCullough in on the line as an extra blocker. Here's a screen to Eubanks. He breaks one, busts forward. He's got the first down. He's down to about the 48 as he's pushed. And here comes a late hit. So again, Gallia tackling late again. So tack on 15 more yards. And that is at least the 5th 15-yard penalty as you're counting it up.
I've got 4, but they also had a 12-yard or 12-yard.
That would have been a 15, yeah.
So that's 6 personal fouls on them tonight.
Man, so they're going to, I think they're marking it at the 48. The catch was to the 48. So it was a 19-yard reception, I think, and then tack on 15 more yards.
See where they at the 30.
So the
36. 37.
Well, that looks like the 37. So give him to the 48 on the completion as Schwartz is going to met behind the line. So that'll be a 19-yard reception then from Eubanks if that's the case.
That's 67 yards on the night for Hunter Eubanks receiving, so nice job by Hunter. It looks like they didn't give anything on the carry there for Schwartz.
And Schwartz is going to get it again as he's – actually, I don't think that's Schwartz. I think that might be
– I can't see who –
that's not Schwartz. Schwartz is on the sideline. He's a little dinged up. That might be Lacey or Casey. It is Tyler Lacey running the ball there.
30, yes.
And he gains maybe 2.
So that might not have – was that Schwartz on the carry before? Previously?
Yes, that was Schwartz on the carry before. Colts at the 35.
Two for on Lacey's first carry of the night. This is big for the Colts right here. We're at 7:24 and counting in the third.
Pistol formation. Here's the handoff to Lacey. He's looking, finding. He's still up, down inside the 20 to about the 29. So that should be a gain of about 6 on the play. So we're going to have a 4th and a long 2 here. And really, Gallia's loading up that box. They got 7, almost 8 guys in the box. As Singleton goes, what a pickup there by Lacey.
Yeah, it was. Good
wow.
block. Good
they
job.
had the blitz. Lacey picked it up. Singleton sweeps to the right and picks up the first down.
Yeah, but
And,
that's Trippy Lacey right there. I mean, I'm telling you what, Dalton's going to get the credit for getting the first down, but that was Lacey on the block. So nice job by Tyler getting his, I think, first action that we've seen him offensively tonight. So good job by Tyler there.
That was a gain of 3 from Singleton.
They're marking him at the 25, so a gain of 4.
4. So that was a big pickup.
Yes,
the linebacker came in unblocked, and Lacey helped his quarterback out as, again, Singleton's going to race forward. And he may have fumbled it as Gallia's calling their ball. Referees are blowing it dead.
It's dead, yeah. I mean, definitely hopeful for Gallia, but he was already down on the ground. So.
Looks like a gain of
15, maybe.
Not quite the 15. Looks like the 16.
No. So giving him 9.
9.
Big pickup there. That was one of those runs. I didn't think Singleton got that many, but nice job.
And he's going to hand it off to Lacey. Lacey's going to pick up the first down and get a little bit more.
Looks like they're going to give him 2 to the 14.
And that's another Colts first down. Tell you what, the Chain Gang getting their exercise today.
As we talked to Chris Stewart and the other gentleman down in the press box eatery, Meadowbrook's press box delicatessen, right? We talked to them those guys before the game, so it's always good catching up with them.
So a gain of 2 on the play. Gallia's bringing in some subs. Not from Subway, but substitutions as they have a man down. I think it's number 64, like Braden Easton.
Looks like it's just a cramp, maybe.
And he's
grabbing his leg.
Yeah, that's never good.
No, let's hope it's not bad. If the young man's okay.
The good thing is that he trotted back to that spot. The bad news is he went down and he hasn't got back up. So you always hate to see this when a kid goes down.
I'll tell you what, if hopefully it is just a Charlie horse, but if you've ever had a Charlie horse,
yeah, they're not fun.
They are not fun. Alex is shaking her head no, because when your calf just balls up, it just feels like it got a softball in there and it just hurts. So let's just hope that's all it is.
heard the
We hear the side commentary by the Three Stooges next door as they laugh. Curly Moe and Larry next door to us, a.k.a. Rigo, Doc, and Hoppy. No Doc tonight. No Doc Sherman, we hear.
We have no Doc Sherman.
So
They're
Doc Sherman,
fighting without him.
If you're out there listening, Doc Sherman, we love you and miss you.
You might
So the player's still down. So
get a little shot of vinegar for him. So we're supposed to help a shot a day is supposed to help the cramping, but he's getting up.
Cramping, yep.
Yep.
So yeah.
He's gonna.
Meadowbrook fans giving him a round of applause. So nice to see the sportsmanship.
So now we got 1st and 10.
So here we go. Clock back running, 5:15. Meadowbrook at the 14. So 1st and 10 from the 14. This will be a big score for Meadowbrook.
So they got tight end on each side. It's a handoff, fake handoff past to McCullough. He's going to be down at about the 6-yard line.
And I'll tell you what, Train, I don't know if you're would be busted by the SEC for insider information, because you said down before this game that you'd like to see McCullough involved more in this game, and I'll tell you what, they've thrown to him tonight a few different times. So looks like down to the 6 and 8-yard gain.
And that's going to be a 1st down for the Colts on the run by Singleton.
Singleton, yes.
I was writing something down and didn't see it.
I looked the same
you were too.
We were both writing, and I looked up and I was like, I think that was Singleton, but I didn't want to.
I just happened to see Lacey standing by himself, so it had to be Singleton.
Yeah, 4-yard run on the carry there, so nice job there.
So he's closing in on 100 yards rushing as he hands it off to Lacey, and Lacey is
I think he's
close.
Just short. Yeah, that's when the game's going, the action's fast like this, and you're writing stuff, it's hard to keep up at times. But yes, that was Singleton on the carry. And unofficially, I have Singleton for 91 yards on 17 carries. So they're marking out at the 1. So Tyler gets it down to the 1-yard line. So with 3:46 to go here.
And he powering forward and in the end zone. Touchdown Colts. And guess what? We're back to a 30-point game.
Back to the clock again.
With 3:41 to go in the 3rd quarter. So Lacey with a 1-yard touchdown run. Time for the 2-point conversion for the Colts. And one more touchdown. After this one, the Colts will set their season high for points in a game. As the season high is 60 against West Muskingum. McManaway in motion. Singleton takes a snap, rolls out right. Here comes a pass back to McManaway, and he's going to walk in. That's been a bread and butter play for the Colts on a few different times this year. So it is now 58-26. The Colts lead by an impressive 32 points with 3:41 to go in the 3rd quarter.
And I tell you what, Meadowbrook might be closing in. If they get a score or two more, they might be closing on in an all-time school record for points in a game.
We talked about that record not too long ago.
Yeah, the closer give us that stat.
I believe it was 73 against Rosecrans not too long ago. 70 or 73?
Well, right now we're at 58. So.
Well, one more score, and they're going to top their season high of 60 versus West Muskingum. That's a good kick right there, and it just stops right in front of him at the.
And you better stop Mr.
And yeah, this is Woodson.
You don't want Woodson, so from the 17, he gets it out to the 37, so a big 20-yard return by Woodson. That's about 60 yards shy of what he did last time.
Yeah.
So Meadowbrook, I think that's a win for them. With 3:09 on the clock. Jeff
at the 37.5
Jeff
yard
Riggins
line.
calling it the 37.5. We're getting technical here tonight.
Here's the pass. What? No, that's not Woodson. That's Franklin.
Yeah, Franklin.
It's good. Going to be a 7-yard gain on the pass. So only the
Giving him 8. Nope, 7. They did go back. Okay.
so that's only the second completion of the night.
Yeah, I mean, you take
Got
away the
trips
70 yarder
Here's
by Woodson. That's
the
only
handoff. The Armstrong. He is just a force. Extremely tough to bring down.
You're putting it at the 49, so a 6-yard gain. It's 164 on the night for Armstrong on 16 carries. He is quite the player.
And that's going to be an incomplete pass.
I'll cover you, Train, as Train picks up some of his papers and takes him a little bit longer. Now
Yeah,
he's older. Pick him up.
getting old. I think I heard a couple bones crack as I bended down to pick that up.
Right, I was gonna say.
May have to see the chiropractor this week. Might need to take a couple sick days.
Have to ask Alex if she has some aspirin to get through the rest of the night here. So.
And he's dropping back to pass. Fires, hits number 1.
And that is
Briar Williams.
That's a great play by Schwartz on the coverage here, because if he don't make the tackle, he's got some room to work there. So down to the 41, so an 8-yard gain.
Williams, I believe coming into this game, was the top receiver on this team. Only 8 yards receiving. His only reception was his first reception there.
Armstrong on the first down carry, but I mean, he gets the first down, but only, I think, 2 or 3 on the carry. So.
And Armstrong, I think, 's down still, so this definitely isn't good for Harry's getting up. He's just like, you know what, I've carried the ball enough. How about I take a few extra seconds just to get a little breather.
So they give him 2 there on the carry.
So just
we're
inside
closing
the
in,
40
I was
to
gonna say
39.
40 seconds to go here on the clock.
So this running clock, we're going to be flying along at least until they score. If they score,
Little
it's a
pump
pump fake,
fake.
firing deep and
Great
overthrown. Good double coverage there. You had Eubanks at safety possession coming for help.
So might be able to get one more play off here as we close in on the end of the third quarter with Meadowbrook up 58-26. If you're just joining us tonight, we did have some buffering problems there right before the half, but Meadowbrook has just been explosive all night on offense.
And they are going to get that one play off. And here comes Webster around the edge. Got him, but he completed it to Franklin. Franklin's going to pick up the first down, race down the middle of the field to the left side, down to about the 15-yard line.
That's going to
before Singleton makes the tackle.
That's the end of our quarter.
So that's going to be about a 24-yard gain on the pass. So we'll thank our sponsors again. Basic Systems, Simple Weather Windows and Doors, Graham Excavating, Pure Love Bakery, Jagged Edges Hair Studio, and Muskingum Valley Health Centers. So thank you to them for sponsoring us, letting us bring this live stream to you tonight as the Colts lead 58-26.
And as the closer, he is always coming through in crunch time for us. He's saying that the picture's still good. We're good to go. He just sent me this text: 58 points, 4th highest total ever. The record is 70 versus Rosecrans on 10/26 of 2013. So big thank you to the closer Kirby Graham out there, always providing us. He may not be with us on set, but he is definitely our historian and is always providing us with good factoids, making D-Train and I look better than what we are. So closer, thank you much as always.
It's a tough job, but somebody's got to do it, and he does it well.
Yeah, we miss him on the set, but he's still with us. He's part of our crew. So
and just remember, nobody brings it faster than Kirby.
Our version of Kent to Colby here.
And Fanko's going to keep it himself, and he's going to run out of bounds. And that's a textbook defense there, as the Colts could have possibly laid him out late, but I think that was Cale Flowers who slowed up there at the end and just let Fanko run out of bounds. So wisely doing that, as he gained about 2 on that play. Here's the handoff to Armstrong. He's going to power down. He's still up. Finally knocked all the way down. He's down to about the 8-yard line. So that's going to be gain of
Down to
6. So he's got a gain of 6. He's down to about the 8-yard line. Here's the handoff to Armstrong again, and he's going to have a first down as he gets down inside the 5. Webster in there on the tackles. We got a little pushing and shoving as he gets up. The Gallia offensive lineman quickly calm Armstrong down.
Yeah, they don't need any more personal fouls on the night, that's for sure.
So that's going to be a
Put it
gain
at
of
the
3.
4, yes, just inside the 5, so yeah, we'll give him officially 3. It's 175 for Armstrong now with 10-18 showing here in the contest.
Here's the handoff to Armstrong again, and he's going to
near
be just
shot
short.
on the 1.
So he's got 4 more yards to his total.
I mean, barring something crazy happening in the rest of this game, I'll tell you what, Armstrong, even in the loss, he has been, as you said earlier, as advertised. Just like Munyon last week, if you told me I could start a football team.
And Armstrong's coming off the field here. He took his helmet off, threw it down. So that's
he is not happy.
He is not a happy camper for sure.
I think he
as Beasley's going to
run
it in from a yard.
So I think he just wanted the score, but he's clapping for his teammates. So I think he just was, young man wanting the score. You can understand that, but
obviously the kid's a great player, competitive player. Looking at the score, he doesn't like what's happening on the scoreboard, and I mean it's understandable.
Yeah. And I tell you what, that was, I believe, Beasley's first carry in the second half. Oh my! They totally stopped Beasley on the 2-point run.
He got lit up there.
Yeah, he did.
I think it was Webster on the hip.
So now, once again, no running clock.
So with 9:35 left in the game, Beasley gets a 1-yard touchdown run. The 2 points no good. And we have ourselves a 58-32 ball game. So if you took the over on this game, you might be sitting pretty, because I'm guessing 90.5 wasn't the over-under.
I tell you what, I knew that both of these teams were capable offensively, but I thought both teams would be able to defensively slow things down. I was looking for a game maybe in the 30s tonight, so I would have never guessed that both teams would have put this many points on the board tonight. So that just goes to show both teams' offensive explosive. But when you go back to Meadowbrook, you touched upon it, Train, earlier. They're a mixture on offense. They're balanced. They have just been well balanced. I mean, it hasn't been one guy. And Singleton hasn't had as big of a game as last week, but I would say he still had an amazing game. So I mean, Meadowbrook's just done very well as far as their balance. Good job of the hands team there.
Eubanks is going to sit down on it.
Yes,
that was a good job before the kickoff. Jerome Todd, they had 12 men on the field. Jerome ran off.
I saw you counting, Train, as Todd was running. So 9:33, Colts will take over here at their own, I believe, 49.
So now we're at the one Colt score, sets a new season high in points. 2 scores at worst ties the all-time record for points in a game. So we've got some record moments potentially coming up here later in the broadcast. As Singleton's in pistol formation, fakes it, and he tosses it over to Todd, who's finding. Spins around one guy and out of bounds at about the 48-yard line, so he gained about 3 yards on the pass play. Yeah, that's a gain of 3 on the play.
I'll tell you what, that gives Jerome 117 yards on the night, so he has done a great job.
That's a run for the Colts. Going to be a pickup of
I think
6.
And that was Lacey.
That was Lacey. So 18 yards for Lacey on the night now. So we got a 3rd and short here. And 2 guys are running off the field for Gallia. And I don't know why they stopped it. The Colts didn't substitute anybody in.
No.
They could keep playing.
I don't know why.
And I don't know if they're saying because the kid was limping off and he was injured, so they're trying to say it was an injury. But he's moving, so he's not injured.
I was going to say that. Well, he is over there on about the 20 for Gallia. He's limping, so. Yeah, I do think that they did the right thing then because he is limping pretty good. So
and I think he might be cramping up.
Right, yeah.
Man, you usually see that in August, not late October.
Late October, you don't see that.
And it's not like it's that warm, but we have to admit we did luck out. They were calling for rain earlier the week for Saturday night.
And
so
I'll tell you what,
we got the rain last night.
I was hoping Alex would make us some hot chocolate at the half, but no such luck.
And Lacey's around the outside, and he's going to have a first down run. So a good pick up there. Nice first down run. They're going to be inside the 35 to about the 33, it looks like. So a 9-yard gain from Lacey.
And we're at 8:22 shown on the clock here as the Colts get first and 10 from the 33.
Being very patient, taking their time here. Pistol formation. We got 2 tight ends, and we got a timeout for Gallia. And I think Gallia is more calling this timeout just because they got about 8 or 9 guys that are just beat and bruised from the first 3+ quarters of action, and they're just trying to give these guys a little breather, let them get rehydrated, and for their sake, just let them get strong enough to finish this game. So the Colts are up 58-32. 8:22 left to go in the game. We'll thank our sponsors, Basic Systems, Simple Windows and Doors, Graham Excavating, Pure Love Bakery, Jagged Edges Hair Studio, and Muskingum Valley Health Centers. Colts are going to have it first and 10 at the Gallia Academy 33. Pistol formation here for the Colts. Going to hand it off to Lacey. He's going to power forward inside the 30 to about the 29. Should be a gain of 4. Second sets 6 Colts, and again, they're just letting that clock run down, take their time, waiting for the play to get in from the sidelines. Being extremely patient. There's no need to rush. Got a nice lead. Singleton takes a snap. He's going to keep it. Bounce it to the outside, then cuts back inside. Going to get to about the 25. Maybe just inside the 26. Going to be a gain of at least 3. We're going to give him 3 here. He's down at the 26, it looks like. So you could say Singleton's closing in on another, and you got the triple-double in basketball. He's closing in on another double-triple in the game of football with 100 yards passing, 100 yards rushing. So at the 26, going to be about a third and a long 3, short 4. Here's the handoff fake to Lacey. Singleton bounces the outside.
He fooled.
Gets a nice block.
I was fooled.
And he's down at about the 10, just short of the 10-yard line. So another Colts first down.
I tell you what, that was a great call because I was fooled. I was looking to see Lacey, and I could not see where he was at. And all of a sudden, there went Singleton. So
that was a good sale as he's down to the 11. Down to the 11, so that's going to be a 17. No, excuse me, 15-yard run by Singleton.
At the 11?
Mm-hmm.
So, 15-yard run. So that does officially put him over now.
Yep, so he's officially got the double-triple. The run down inside the 10 for Singleton. So again, you talked earlier about seeing like Singleton wasn't running much. This was unofficially, I think, his 21st run of the night right there.
And it's picked up a lot in the second half. Yeah, that was his 21st run, Trey. So we're closing in 5.5 minutes to go here in the contest.
And that clock just tick, 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 ticking.
So they got it down to what, the 7, the 8? 8, so 3 on the carry by Singleton there.
There's the handoff to Lacey, and he's met. And I think that was big James. No, was it James Armstrong? No, it was number 7, Zach Himby, meeting Lacey in the backfield there. And definitely there's some, you have to give Gallia Academy credit. They've had some guys get in there in the backfield, make some strong hits. We've mentioned some of their kids' names, done a good job. So Lacey on the carry there. So it's going to be...
Looks like they marked 2-yard loss.
Yeah, at the 10. Shotgun, and here's going to be another handoff to Lacey. He's going to find the hole inside the 10, or inside the 5, excuse me. So he's going to get about 5 yards there, as Gallia is going to use a timeout. So the ball's going to be inside the 5-yard line. As we got some Yo VIP, let's kick it. Some Vanilla Ice, Ice Ice Baby. One of the greatest one-hit wonders of the 1990s. The Colts lead 58-32. 4:30 to go in the game.
As people were in the Meadowbrook stands, some of them, little shoulder shimmying, so people enjoying
some chair dancing.
Oh yeah, young and old alike dancing. I'll tell you what, it's just one of those songs when it comes on, you can't help yourself.
Yep, Vanilla still got the 5.0.
They're giving Lacey 6 on that carry, so.
It's going to be at the 4.
They can get a first down still here, but they're at the 4, yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be 4th and 2. Shotgun. Sweep Singletons, looks to cut up, and he is going to be close. And he's going to be short. He gained a yard on it.
The turnover on down, so.
Really.
So Gallia will take over with 4:22 to go here in the game, and good. I would say Meadowbrook, just running the football, not trying to ram it down their throats. Sportsman, some good sportsmanship there. So.
And that's the first time that Gallia has been able to stop the Colts. So, and that probably almost assures us that we're not going to have a new scoring record all time tonight. And we're probably not going to have a season high unless a big defensive touchdown happens here.
Oh, man, Armstrong met big time there. Wow.
And Josh Hupp. He's had himself a nice little ball game on the defensive end. Had the big pass deflection on the wheel routes. Made numerous tackles tonight. Stuffed Armstrong there. He's playing a little inside linebacker here. He's kind of been moved all around the defensively for the Colts tonight as that pass is complete, and Todd brings him down to 10. That's going to be Franklin. So that's going to be a 7-yard pass from Fanco to Franklin.
Franklin, yeah, number 9, Franklin.
And here Franco's dropping back, getting pressure. Here comes Webster, hits him, and it's fired and incomplete. Franklin can't quite hold on to it, and Franco's a little slow to get up there in the end zone, and Webster kind of a little little shaken up on the play too as he runs to the Meadowbrook side and kind of kneels down, but he gets back up. So 4th down and 3. And they're going to an empty backfield here. Trips to the quarterback's right. Franco's looking, scrambling. He's going to get taken down. Rhett Dyer. So another name we kind of talked about, Rhett Dyer, coming through here with a big sack on 4th down as the Colts are going to take over a possession. And remember when I said we probably might not have a record? Well, I said unless something happened. Well, something happened and the Colts are in business. 1st and goal at the 4 or 5 yard line. It looks, well, maybe the 4. It's kind of hard at the angle looking at where the down marker is, but it looks like on the field the beanbags marked at the 4.
We got 3:14 in the game, so Meadowbrook taking over at the 4. So it's been a 6-yard loss.
Eubanks in motion. And here's the handoff outside to Lacey. Lacey trying to plow through, gets back to the line. So it's going to be 2nd and goal, Colts, as Lacey, no gain on the play. Yeah. And slowly, Lacey's got 11 carries on the night. He hadn't played much in the first half. He kind of came in. He's their Kirby Graham. He's kind of the closer of their team as a way sometimes, too. Some pistol formation. And the handoff again to Lacey, and he's going to get down inside about the 2-yard line. Between the 1 and 2 yard line. So he gained at least 2 here, depending on the mark. So it's going to be 3rd and goal. They're going to mark him at the 2. The Colts again just taking their time. They know they have 40 seconds to get the snap down, and they're just taking their time between every play.
158, I wouldn't be surprised. I know it's 3rd down, but...
And it's going to be an empty backfield, so expect Singleton to just bust it up the gut himself or maybe on a sweep. He's going to sweep right, looking, and he's got an open man deflected. He had Jerome Todd, but a big deflection there by number 2, Cameron Webb. That was a touchdown if he gets it about 3 inches higher. So it's going to be 4th and goal now at the 2-yard line after the incomplete pass. So the Colts got trips left as the Meadowbrook faithful fans saying, "Punch it in there, boys." Singleton's going to keep it, and he's going to be tackled short. Wow, so two straight possessions. The Colts don't score, but like you said, they're not real. It's not that they're not trying. It's just this. They're just kind of I guess, I'm trying to think the correct word to say, just kind of taking it easy, I guess, so to speak.
Yeah. That's why I was shocked at the pass there, honestly, with a big lead. But, you keep flying. I mean, that's part of the game. So, no gain. Looks like they put him at the 2, so no gain. As we got a minute 35 to go. So, Meadowbrook definitely is going to be moving on to we got the regional semis next week. So.
And should be St. Clairsville. Haven't seen an update on the score, but they should be making the trip to Red Devil Land in St. Clairsville to face the mighty, powerful St. Clairsville Red Devils, who at one point in the year was ranked the top team in Division 4 in the state. I haven't seen a recent one, so definitely going to be a highly contested battle. Banco drops back in the end zone. He's looking and firing deep. What a deep ball. It's right into his pocket. That's number 1, Briar Williams, and he's going to take it to the house. 98 yards. And wow, you want to talk about a heck of a pass. Mr. Vanco just showed that he can sling it there. 98 yards from Vanco. So with 1:14 to go, Gallia Academy put 6 more points on the board.
And I'm sure, I know, again, barring something catastrophic happening here, I mean, Meadowbrook should be moving on, but still you don't like to see that as your coaching staff. Coach Clendenny not happy. He is off by himself, disgusted right now by that play, and for good reason.
And Armstrong's going to punch it in. You know how we said we were looking for the Colts to score their most points with one more touchdown? With that touchdown, that's the most points the Colts have given up in a game this year. So with 1:14 to go, a whopping 98 points scored combined. Last week we thought it was a high-scoring game when the teams combined for 89, with the Colts coming out with a 52-37 victory over Philo. But tonight, 98 points so far put up on the scoreboard. And really, you think about it, there probably could have been more as the Colts were held on downs on their last 2 possessions inside the red zone. And St. Clairsville's up 26-0 over Warren in the 4th quarter, as Jeff Riggins announces over the PA speaker. So the Colts more than likely will be heading to St. Clairsville Saturday night. And again, they're lined up. Onside kick takes another hop, and Hunter Eubanks comes down with it and quickly falls to the ground. Colts will have the ball at their own 46.
As we talk about cramps, and old man Dawson gets a cramp.
We might have to call the trainer up here.
They have to. I don't know. I just got a cramp as we were talking about the weather and usually August cramps. I don't know. I think it's sitting on the keister for basically 47 minutes of action. So.
And the Colts look like they're in victory formation here. Singleton's going to take it and take a knee at the 41.
And I'm sure, there with that touchdown, I'd imagine that was probably Meadowbrook's longest play given up, maybe in the
history.
So,
yeah.
Closer, if you're still listening, give me a factoid.
Not too long ago, the Singleton to Todd. I think a 96-yarder was the longest they on the good side. But, yeah, you were probably right.
I'd imagine
that one's on the bad side.
I can't see. If so, it would have to be 1 yard longer. So I'd imagine that's probably the longest play given up in school history.
So Gallia uses their second timeout with 58.7 to go in the game. Referee's ready to get the action going here. Still waiting, and finally the Gallia Academy defense is going to trot back out on the field. And again, it looks like Singleton's going to take a knee.
So I'll tell you what, a big showdown against St. Clairsville. Obviously, Meadowbrook and St. C, no strangers.
No.
As they played here recently.
Not 2 years ago, wasn't it? Last year, maybe?
Yeah, and, I remember we talked about St. C's offensive line.
It would have been last year,
yeah. Last year, and I think it was a 3-score or more game. But this is a much different Meadowbrook football team. And I know St. Clairsville is St. Clairsville every year. But from what I was told, St. Clairsville is still, very good, but not quite as explosive as last year. So, early on, I'm excited to see how Meadowbrook will fare down in St. Clairsville next Saturday evening. So. Huge win, but Gallia, nothing wrong, nothing to take away from Gallia. They're a good football program, and you looked at the running back, Armstrong, what a player.
Yeah.
And Woodson had a couple big plays for Gallia. So, nothing to hang their heads about. I know that this isn't how they want to end their season, but putting 40 points up and not winning a football game, I mean, their offense was did what they needed. They made some big plays, but just trying to stop Meadowbrook's potent offense, that's what got Gallia in the end tonight.
Yeah, like you said, Armstrong definitely he definitely proved he was as good as the hype for sure. And I mean, you have to give credit to a lot of their kids. Briar Williams made plays. Woodson, said.
Yeah.
I mean, Vanco showed he could throw a nice deep ball.
Right.
I know we mentioned he struggled there early.
Threw a pick, and Schwartz had a huge interception.
But man, you want to talk about just that pass that he threw to Williams on that last touchdown was pretty impressive, and he hit Woodson down the field. There's
Woodson
a lot
for a 70-yarder. So I mean, he's going to end up with a lot of passing yards. When really early on, he really was struggling
struggled
to find some completions. But I mean, you look around Gallia's team, and they had some very good players. I was impressed with them offensively, especially at times on the night. But again, I go back at the Gallia guys trying to get their wiring there. So yeah. Good job, guys. Thank you.
Thanks.
Very sportsmanlike as their coaches come out of the box congratulating Meadowbrook. So very classy gentlemen as they were leaving. So. But it's like I said, it's never how you want to end. Nobody wants to end their season with a loss, but every team in the division, except for one, is going to be is walking off without a loss. So at the end of the year, so Meadowbrook right now, this dream continues, this run continues, back-to-back playoff wins for the first time in school history, I believe. Regional finals. That's
2018.
Yeah, 18. That is right.
Whether it be Oak Hill and Ridgewood.
That is right.
Before succumbing to Licking
right.
Valley.
Yeah, to Licking. Yeah. So this would be the second time. So good correction. Once I said it, I couldn't take it back because I remember that. But
Yep, it's recorded. We got it. It's on film.
We're going
to play it. We're going to play it the next pregame
and
show.
You and Tommy will be ripping on me, saying I'm in makeup still. I'm sure. But yeah. Anyways, you look at Meadowbrook. Let's go to the other side as we've praised Gallia. Meadowbrook just again. Another well-balanced attack tonight. You look at Singleton's game, and it's kind of funny when you look at Singleton's stats. It seemed like it was a quiet night, but when you look at his stats, I mean, he had well over 100 yards rushing. When you look at the end of the night, I believe I had him for 113 on the night unofficially. But, passing-wise, I mean, he had to be getting close to 200 on the night.
I think he was close to 250.
I was going to say 250, yeah. So, I mean, I haven't got his total passing yards added yet, but when you look at what he did passing-wise, I mean, and it wasn't just one guy again. I mean, Todd, was his big receiver on the night.
5 different guys caught passes.
But when you look, I mean, Hunter Eubanks ended up with 67 yards receiving. You had Todd 117 receiving, and McCullough. McCullough had 3 catches in this first catch on the night. He got stopped, but he ended up with 26 yards receiving on the night. So when you go down through Brady McManaway, again, not the yardage that he had last week, but he still had, several big catches on the night, 38 yards. So when you look at, what they did, Schwartz had a couple catches. Meadowbrook just well-balanced. And when you look at, early on, Schwartz was running the ball early, but then Lacey come in and had a quiet 36 yards there in the fourth quarter. So Lacey did a nice job, as you said, the closer. So when you look at everything, one of the things that I felt like tonight, I thought Meadowbrook's offensive line did a very a good job tonight. That, to me, I thought their offensive line, I don't know what their coaches have to say, but I thought their offensive line gives Singleton. There was several times where Singleton just stood back there what seemed like an eternity to pass. And, I mean, I felt like the offensive line did a much better job tonight. Even though Singleton with a big game last week, near 500 yards of total offense, I thought Meadowbrook's offensive line did a really nice job tonight.
Yeah, I mean, 5 different guys caught passes, 3 different guys got in the rushing column. And McCall was out tonight. Launder was out on the defensive end. So, Josh Hupp, you have to give him credit on the defensive end. It seemed like he was lined up at corner. He was lined up at outside linebacker. He was lined up at inside linebacker. He was lining up all over the field. And there was numerous plays he made. You had to give Rhett Dyer, came up with a sack or 2 to help the Colts. I mean, they just had a lot of different guys contributing, whether it was on the offensive end of the field or the defensive end of the field. I mean, you just got to give is a total team effort,
Right.
and that's what it's been about all year.
Well, I thought kind of like last week we talked about, remember in the third quarter, Meadowbrook had 2 huge back-to-back defensive stops. Tonight I thought that was the same thing. After their Meadowbrook scores, they come down and they stop Gallia on a 4th down situation. It ended up that they stopped the incomplete pass on 4th down, forced an incompletion, and then the very next series, Gallia gets it back, and Meadowbrook has an interception by Schwartz. So when you look at what they were able to do, and especially that second series that they got stopped, quarterback for Gallia drops back. That was Noah Vanco, and Rhett Dyer had a sack, his first of the game, which he ended up with 2. But I thought that Meadowbrook's defense, because at that time Gallia and Meadowbrook were trading blows offensively. You look at Meadowbrook; they went up 28-12, and Gallia had answered them a couple different times. So now the balance of the game was starting to change after Gallia had pulled within 22-12 with 10:44 in the second. Meadowbrook goes down and scores 28-12. Then they stop the next series, force an incompletion, and then Meadowbrook scores again to go up 36-12, and then they get the interception by Schwartz. So I felt like defensively, back-to-back stops in a game that, is a very offensively moving game, very quick game at that time. I thought Meadowbrook, again, 2 huge stops in that second quarter to give himself a little bit of distance. I thought that was a big series of the game.
Yeah, and definitely there was some highlight reel plays for sure tonight. I mean, like you mentioned, Schwartz's interception that looked like it was going to be a catch down the field for a big gain for Gallia Academy.
Mm-hmm.
And then just a great catch by McCullough down in the left corner of the end zone near the concession stand in the Meadowbrook locker room. You just got to give Meadowbrook a lot of credit.
Mm-hmm.
It just seems like everybody is playing at their peak moment right now. I mean, another one you mentioned is Joe Wagon, not a starter, but came in and got a lot of minutes on the defensive end. We called his name a lot. I mean, it's just a lot of guys are contributing to this, and when you can get this many guys contributing, it makes it fun for everybody, and the seasons continue and the dreams continuing at least for one more week when they face at St. Clairsville.
Go ahead, Trey. I'm sorry.
Well, and the unfortunate thing is, potentially, maybe, we kind of got the Lloyd Christmas, so you're saying there's a chance, and it might be 1 in a million. I think this will probably be our last Meadowbrook football broadcast of the 2020 season because the game is at St. Clairsville, so the host school usually has their own people doing the game. But as we've done with other schools, we've called and asked their athletic administration department to see if they had somebody, and if not, we would be willing to come over and do the game. But as of right now, we're probably not, but cross your fingers and maybe we'll get lucky. But it's hard to tell right now. I don't want to make anything official, but we'll try. That's the best I can say. And trying's what the Colts are doing, and they're trying to extend their winning streak now to 12 games starting next week when they face the St. Clairsville Red Devils. They head to St. Clairsville, so the Colts coming out victorious with a big 58-40 victory.
I'm looking at so I got a text here saying, "LOL, dude, stretch. I'm dying at your commentary, old man." So so people were messaging me 58 points, as I said, as the 4th highest school points total in school history. So Meadowbrook, good job tonight offensively. One thing that I would say, we've talked about Meadowbrook, being buttoned up as far as penalties go this year. Mm-hmm. They've struggled with that department. Tonight, I only had them with 2 penalties, for yardage, so 2 for 20. So good job there. But one thing Meadowbrook is going to have to do when you look at defensively, we were just praising them defensively, some of the things they were able to do. But one thing that they're going to have to shore up is those big plays, because when you look at some of the plays on the night, 2 huge runs of 23 yards and 40 yards by Armstrong, which, I mean, nobody was able to really stop Armstrong all year. So, I mean, that's almost one of those columns. It is what it is. But the 80-yard kickoff return, I know that Coach Clendenning and his special team staff cannot be happy about that. And then the 70-yard touchdown strike and the 98-yard touchdown strike. I mean, that secondary, for as good as they did play, those two plays, that's of concern because, I guarantee you if St. Clairsville sees any of that footage, they're going to try to exploit that. So that's going to be something I feel like that Meadowbrook's going to have to work on. Yeah, their secondary did a great job throughout the night. There was a while where we were talking about Vanco didn't even have a completion there.
And his only completion was that 70-yard touchdown pass in the first half.
Right, so he in the first half, he was 1 of 6 with the pick, with the big play. But, I do think Meadowbrook's going to have to do just a little bit better job of avoiding those big plays because, you take Gallia, and when you look at all their touchdowns, they, other than the Beasley 1-yarder there right before, right there at the fourth quarter, when you look at it, I mean, all their touchdowns were 23 yards or more, so they had a lot of big strikes tonight.
Yes, and it was definitely an exciting game. If you enjoyed offense, you got a lot of it tonight. Hopefully you didn't start the Colts or Gallia's defense in your fantasy team because you kind of got hurt there. But if you had Singleton as your fantasy quarterback, you did pretty good. And
I don't know. I would take that 2-point, the interception by Swartz gets you 2 points.
Yeah, there's a couple different sacks. Wagon had a sack.
Yeah, Wagon and Rhett had a couple of sacks. So, yeah. But one thing that was interesting, outside of let's go back to Meadowbrook again. And I always will praise as well. But, no turnovers for Meadowbrook tonight. Mm-hmm. So didn't even put the ball on the ground once. So they did a nice job. The only time that they really were it was a scare is with the onside kick, member here, right about the 45 in front of us, right in front of the press box. They were able to bat that out. But, Meadowbrook didn't have any turnovers, and I don't even think that Singleton even really had any there wasn't even any passes that were even close to coming interceptions.
He did have the one run that they didn't know if he fumbled and recovered it on his own or if the ground caused the fumble or what.
They called him down on that one. So they took care of the football tonight, which is huge in a game like this because, I'll tell you what, one play here or there, either way, you look at both teams. Meadowbrook could probably say, hey, if we wouldn't have give up those couple big plays, that game was, we would have been at home already relaxing, what I mean? But, and then you look at Gallia, hey, if we wouldn't have had that onside kick, if we wouldn't have thrown the interception, different things that they look at, and I'm sure they're going to think of some woulda, coulda, shoulda stuff on their own. But at the end of the day, Meadowbrook, I just feel like I said this last week, and I said it on a pregame show. The way Meadowbrook's offense is playing right now, I do not know who can stop them. It's going to be a method. Somebody's going to have to take a page out of Coach Kearns, if you're listening still out there. I think they're going to have to take a play out of Coach Kearns' book. They're going to have to run the football against Meadowbrook, like Armstrong was earlier. And you got to keep the ball out of Meadowbrook's hands and try to whittle the game down to shorten the game and make it a game that's in the in the 20s, low 20s, maybe 30 even. But I think that's the recipe that's going to beat Meadowbrook is to try to keep that ball out of that offensive hands because at one point, what were they? They were 6 of 6, on touchdowns,
on drives.
So so I mean, you look at that offense right now; they are absolutely clicking, and they have all season. So,
and they're definitely going to be in for a battle Saturday night against St. Clairsville. It should be interesting to see if the start time is going to be at 7:00 because as our fans that got to enjoy the Buckeyes win this afternoon, they play at Penn State at 7:30 on Saturday night. So people are going to have some decisions to make if that's on a Saturday night game. But how can you not?
Hey.
If you got a ticket, how can you not go to the Meadowbrook game?
Listen.
We're almost kind of, in a way, I guess you could say uncharted water, but not really because the Colts have been this far in the postseason. They've won 2 postseason games and playing their 3rd one, but this is technically the 4th round of the playoffs instead of the 3rd round. So.
Right. So technically they made it.
No, it is uncharted water because we don't know what's going on in 2020 anyways.
No, you could say that this is the farthest as far as rounds go that they've ever made it. Now, as far as getting 2 playoff wins, we corrected myself real fast on that one. But, they're going to go down to Red Devil country next week. So they beat the Blue Devils this week. Let's see how they handle the Red Devils next week.
So. Yeah.
But,
trying to think. I don't think there's a Black Devils or a Green Devils. Heath is the Bulldogs. Carrollton's the Warriors.
Right. So yeah, I don't know. Looking back at things, I'm sitting here just recalling the game in my head. Just some big things. Another big shout out that I thought was a key in the game. Remember Schwartz's big kickoff return,
the big
51-yard kickoff return,
and that was right after they had the kick return for the touchdown.
Yeah. And Schwartz made that big play, made a couple jukes, and got Meadowbrook into good territory, and they scored pretty quick right after that. So I thought that was another key, is Schwartz's big kickoff return there. But, it was a fun game to watch, and it is sad that this, I would say, for all intents and purposes, is our last broadcast of the year. Alex, we got to thank Alex Strasser for doing a good job. Now we got our familiar face back up here with us, Carson.
Mm-hmm. Yep, he must have signed up for the second shift tonight.
Executive producer extraordinaire Carson Todd is in the house now. But it's been fun, Train. The broadcast that we've done, I think this was our fourth or fifth one on the season, so a lot of fun doing it. But we still got a couple pregame shows each Thursday. They was air at 7 p.m. So I'm sure we're going to be excited to talk. Hopefully, maybe we could even get Coach Clendenning on this week and talk a little bit of playoffs with going into the Red Devil game. But Meadowbrook, one of our area teams that's left. It's exciting when teams make it that far because regardless if you're a Cambridge fan or if you're any other fan that's kind of rivals, I guess, with Meadowbrook. One thing that's neat about our community, Guernsey County communities, when a team starts making it far, the community puts aside their loyalties, and they do read. I mean, there's always the haters, of course, but I mean, it seems like communities do get behind. I remember when, rest in peace, Coach Gene Ford, but I love Gene. But I remember the Bobcats when they'd go on those basketball runs. It wasn't just Cambridge fans, but the community would get behind the Bobcats, and whether you were from Meadowbrook or Trail, it didn't matter, or even Dover and Philly. Those communities would always pull for Cambridge. Just it seems like that's what happens in small knit communities. That sports is especially this year, 2020. I mean, we needed an escape, and Meadowbrook is providing an escape from this nutty season, a nutty year. But this great undefeated 8-0 season right now. So. It is awesome to see that Meadowbrook's on this run, and I had like I said, I had people texting me, I had people messaging me. I know the Mobilini family, I'm sure they were they're rooting for Meadowbrook. I've had others say that they're just playing great, and it's good to see. So there's fans out there that definitely are pulling for Meadowbrook and are excited for what they're doing. And
the unfortunate thing is, normally after Week 9 of the football season, we get forward to Week 10 for a Meadowbrook-Cambridge tilt. It was on the schedule, but Meadowbrook said, as the words of Lee Corso, not so fast, my friend. Right. And they're going to be extending another week at least into the playoffs. So I don't know what they're going to do with all of the old skids that they have back in the Meadowbrook parking lot because they have the bonfire on the Thursday night before the Cambridge game. So I don't know if they're going to have that this Thursday night or they're going to wait and Maybe them and Cambridge will meet in an unsanctioned game. No holds barred, extreme rules football match. But
get Jim Ross from the WWE.
It'll definitely be a slobber knocker.
Yeah. Well, train wreck on I-95. But yeah, we'll maybe get maybe that would be awesome. But yeah, it was exciting to when the schedule came out to see that Cambridge and Meadowbrook was going to continue that Guernsey County rivalry. But that's one thing that I would love to see Cambridge join the NBL. That's just
they're joining the Buckeye 8.
Buckeye 8, I know, but I wanted them to join. But that'll be some neat rivalries for Cambridge. Cambridge and St. Clairsville, because remember, Cambridge and St. Clairsville were old ECOL rivals back in the late 80s. So not early 90s. So that would be nice to see Cambridge and St. Clairsville, being rivals once again. And of course, Harrison Central is not a bad drive. Get down 22 if you want.
Union Local's
a good, close proximity. So I mean, it is nice that they're joining the conference. That they're, Belair and Martins Ferry will be some. They already have Belair as a football rival, and that's been a rivalry on and off over many decades.
Yeah.
So it is kind of nice.
It was a huge rivalry in the 80s in basketball.
Oh yeah,
when you're talking about Coach Ford versus Coach Amirante.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So yeah, it's interesting. But I was hoping, with the Cambridge and Meadowbrook series, if it's done, hey, it was fun for 40 some years while it lasted. But hey, listen, Meadowbrook's in the NVO now, and right now, that's what they're focused on. Small school champs this year.
Yep.
Not only small school champs, they still have an undefeated season going. So, another week means next week, hey, they got another chance to go 1-0 next week. So they've continued doing that week after week, and it just seems like they have won in some different kind of ways, but yet at the same time, it's that offense that keeps powering them. And then I'm sure that a lot of the MVL, even though Meadowbrook's new, I'm sure the MVL is pulling for them. I know the Philo coaching staff. A lot of people were saying that. Their coaching staff, Lincecum and his fellows, were very complimentary of Meadowbrook and very classy. We heard some people talking about that tonight. So, Meadowbrook, they're in the MVL, and they've been welcomed with open arms, and year one having a lot of success. So, I mean, I'm sure they can't wait to crank up the basketball season here in a few weeks as well. But it's still football season right now, so we're excited.
So we'll thank our sponsors one last time. Basic Systems, Simple Windows and Doors, Graham Excavating, Pure Love Bakery, Jagged Edges Hair Studio, Muskegon Valley Health Centers. I didn't mention it. We also have B&B Towing and Sheer Dimensions. I did not get that on my list, but you guys have been on the running advertisement. So for a producer, our first-string producer, Alex Strasser, our backup producer, who you may have saw on the field taking pictures, Carson Dodd, and Heath Dawson. I'm Darren McCullough. Good night and enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Take care.